wanted to kind of assess where the Commanders are. So 6 games in, they're 4-2. They're atop the NFC East. You've got the Eagles a half game back at 3-2.
Before we get to that, I got to get Drab's answer.
Okay.
I got to get Drab's answer if he's sold or not.
All right.
And I know he's going to say no. He's playing well. What do you want me to tell you? But go ahead. Give you an opportunity.
What are you looking for, I should say?
I want you
what
to
are you,
say.
What are you looking for that Jason and other people haven't given them?
I think Jason knows we got the guy. Do you think we got the guy?
Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
He's really good. And do you think?
I don't know if he's going to be
injury.
Well, I don't know, but I wouldn't go as far. He's going to be one of the best of his generation.
One of the all-time greats.
I'm not expecting everyone to go there.
But he's
do
the
you
guy.
Think
yes.
he's barring injury, he's our guy for the next 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think for the bit, Drabby should say, "I'm not sold." Even 5 years down the road, not sold.
No, I don't want him to do a bit. I just want you to acknowledge we got the guy.
I don't do bits. First off, he's playing really well. He's playing well.
Obviously. That's a given.
Also, I'm glad you got your guy. You're sold. I'm glad that you're happy. Danny Rouillet celebrating today. We got the thing. I'm happy you got the thing that you desperately wanted on Sunday. Not a victory, just like Fox 5 running graphics this morning that say, Commander fans still celebrating. All right? Swear to God, that was the headline today on their TV show. Everyone's thrilled in this city today because they got their guy. He's playing well. I don't know if he's a superstar. I don't.
Do you think he's their guy for the next 10 years?
Well, but
barring injury.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones has been the Giants guy for
4 years.
No, he's on like year 6.
All right.
He's already better than Daniel Jones.
You don't acknowledge
I mean, it's not even close.
I'm not. I'm just saying what he's saying. Having a decade-long quarterback doesn't mean he's a superstar. I think he's playing better than I thought he would be. I think he's playing better than almost everybody thought he would be. I don't know if he's a superstar quarterback. I mean, he throws a screen pass really well.
That's a shot. Right
Well, I mean, come on.
That's not what he's doing. That's not what he's doing. That's not what he's doing. He's not making his numbers throwing. I mean,
what do you mean? He threw about 60 yards in screen passes to Eckler yesterday.
Yeah, but those aren't the throws that people are hanging their hat on.
The second touchdown pass to Terry was unbelievable. That was great. In the corner of the end zone, hardly any separation. Put it right in there on fourth down.
Several throws where there were small windows.
I'm highlighting that throw.
He's also averaging 8.5 yards per attempt. Those aren't all just screen passes.
I didn't say they're all screen passes.
But that stat.
Yeah, that's a goofy stat.
That stat's not like an air yard stat. Now, I think he's fine with air yards too, but like sometimes that includes yak. Includes yak.
I think Cliff Kingsbury is the offensive coordinator of the year so far.
He's doing a great job.
You're more impressed with Kingsbury than you are with Jayden.
No, well, I'm not saying that Jayden's bad. I'm just not
You're just more impressed with. I just want to get you on the record. You're more impressed with Cliff than you are with Jayden.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll say this is reasonable to not anoint him a Hall of Famer. It is reasonable because, and I brought this up last week.
I'm not asking him to anoint him as a Hall of Famer. I said
finish.
I'm over my skis.
Is that a couple seasons ago, everybody was talking about Jalen Hurts being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And everybody was talking about Jalen Hurts being the best quarterback in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's peaks and valleys. It's not to say he's not a good quarterback, but really you got to give it a couple of years to kind of assess. He will be the starting quarterback for this team for a long time, and you'll see if he's always at the top of the class or he slides down. And in the NFC, I want to bring up the playoff picture and where you kind of stack the Commanders, but take a quarterback like Jordan Love. Jordan Love's very good. The NFC went from not really having good quarterbacks to now having a bunch of guys who are good with Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love, the young guys like Jayden Daniels, Caleb Williams possibly into the equation, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Jared Goff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that – I mean, clearly he's playing better than every single person on the planet, maybe besides Jayden thought he would.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a possibility to top out. Doesn't mean he's going to get better and better. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying there's a chance he tops out at some point.
I'm going to bet.
Defenses catch up with it, and then. But again, they're going to improve the roster. And
I'm going to bet he's not going to top out.
I don't think he's come close
I'm
to
not-
topping out.
I don't think he scratches the surface.
I'm
of
not
tapping
saying
out.
he will. I'm saying that is a possibility. That's why I'm not willing to go as far as to say he's going to be a superstar. He's going to Hall of Fame.
I don't expect you to say he's a superstar going to Hall of Fame. Only a guy like me has that
You
foresight.
can say
No,
that, but
you're not the only one.
But they found their guy.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that they found their guy.
No doubt.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hit on their guy.
The
at number
guy
2.
that we can win with.
Yes.
Not just a guy like a Daniel Jones placeholder. They found their guy that they build around, and the stars align and things work out right. They can win
Put
it
him
all
in with
him.
permanent
They can win it all with him. Just like the Ravens can win it all with Lamar. I don't care if he's done it or not. Just like the Chiefs have proven they can do it with Mahomes. Doesn't matter. We can win it all with this guy.
Right, and it's not winning with a game manager.
Right.
They
not even close to a game
They
manager.
won games when Alex Smith was the quarterback. It was heinous to watch.
Right.
Yeah, it was bad.
He's
They
definitely
have
not-
a guy who's a legit
He's a
top
dynamic
quarterback in the league
quarterback.
right now.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think he's a top quarterback in the league. I'll just say that. I'm not. JP's already scrapped this Jayden segment. We're not doing that anymore.
No, I'm not
He's
saying we're going to
certifi- no,
scrap it. It's a good
you
brand name.
Well, you said 100 times, why are we doing the segment?
It doesn't matter. We'll still do it.
I'm not ready. Like, I need to see more. I mean, you guys were going nuts last October for Sam Howell when he threw 3 touchdowns and 300 yards against the Seahawks and said, we got our guy. It's over.
True.
So
That's
things
true.
you have to let things
That's
play out. You have
true.
to let
One guy
defenses-
was One guy was going nuts for Sam Howell.
No, the
A lot of
listeners
people
were too. A lot
Even
of
John
people were.
Allen
All
said
right,
we
the
got
The,
it.
listeners-
the
A lot of
pedigree is
people were.
different.
Oh,
here,
definitely
though.
the
Pedigree is
listeners.
different.
Definitely the listeners.
Well, even John said it.
The
Yeah.
difference between the Howell
Well, he's gonna
and
say
Jayden
positive.
Daniels talk is the pedigree is different.
The toolbox is bigger.
Yeah, exactly. The God-given abilities are different.
Yeah.
Now, if he loses his legs, I do think he can still succeed as a passer, but what we saw yesterday is the offense isn't quite as special when you take away his legs.
I agree. But what I saw yesterday was really highlighting arm talent.
Right.
He threw dimes.
Arm talent is amazing.
And most
And
teams,
poise and all
most teams
that.
are not going to take away his legs to the extent the Ravens did yesterday.
Correct.
Most teams
Caro-
aren't. They're not
Carolina
going to limit him
won't.
to like 30 yards rushing.
He's probably going to rush for 75 yards against Carolina.
I will say Tony Romo was embarrassing yesterday.
Why? Because
the,
he
the
was
glazing, the way he was acting. I mean, he was saying that he was. Valdi, play that clip of Jayden throwing that touchdown.
He's just
pass.
fawning.
Play Vic, bam. He's going to end up throwing behind here, but look at his eyes, Jim. That's the difference. He looks over there and holds the defense. That's a Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen-esque type of play. Play Vic.
That's just not what happened. He was going through his progressions. He wasn't baiting the defense with his eyes. He went to Terry, who was his second read on the play. It was a good.
So you
Doesn't
you
Romo get
think
killed for glazing
you
every
think
week,
you're
though?
interpreting that play better than Romo?
100%.
Oh, okay. I'm not. I'm
Romo
not going
called
to
him
say
a
I
future
can do that.
MVP yesterday.
Huh?
He
He did.
called him a future MVP yesterday.
He did.
I don't. I
I
have
don't
no
think
problem
that's
with
a
that statement.
stretch.
Do you
I
just
think that he can be
Did
an
you see what
MVP.
I
Chase
think that-
Daniels said? Did you see his
I think
tweet
that's a
from
stretch.
yesterday?
Yeah, where's Justin Herbert's MVP?
Well, he's
Why?
never winning MVP.
Oh, well, everyone told me he was going to win MVP.
He could.
I never told you he'd win MVP. Did you see
I don't know
Chase
if I told
Daniels'
you that.
tweet about Jayden yesterday?
What?
Jayden Daniels purposely dirted a football at the feet of Austin Eckler at the end of the half because
Yeah,
he
I
knew it
remember
would keep
that.
the clock running,
Yeah.
and it wasn't worth the 1 yard gain. They needed to keep the timeout. This is next level quarterback play we are seeing. His processing is off the charts.
Right. I mean, I think,
And that's
I think
6
veterans
games
do
in.
that. It was a veteran play from a rookie. That's what's like. I don't think it was that
Chase-
incredible. It was
That's
pretty
what.
obvious
That's,
to me.
that's
But it's a veteran play
That's
that a
what-
rookie's making.
yeah, and a lot of the analysts have said, all right, he's playing more like a veteran. He's making the veteran-like decisions
Right.
more than the because they keep. How many times did Tony Romo say yesterday? This kid's a rookie in his annoying voice. This kid's a rookie.
I muted Chase Daniel yesterday when he tweeted a flea flicker screen. Jayden Daniels is something else. I said, I mean,
Mute.
you've clearly lost the plot
Insta-mute.
here, pal.
All right. So you think
That was a
he's
great
not? You don't think he's a? He's.
I
Where do
think
you? What do you put him at? Top 15?
Oh, easy. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. All
Would
right.
you rather have him or Geno Smith?
Well, I'd rather have my guy, but I'm happy you
No,
have
he's
your guy.
biased. He's very biased.
Of
pro
course.
I don't
Geno
have a
Smith.
problem with that. He can- he
I'm
can
one
like
person on
Geno.
the planet that likes Geno. I don't care.
Yeah,
That's my
you
guy.
can like Geno. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
It's not about Geno.
All right, where do you have the Commanders in the NFC picture?
I mean, they
I
clearly
don't-
can win the division, but
Yeah,
it's
I
going to
think-
come down to those head-to-heads with the Eagles, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to sweep the Cowboys, but the Cowboys have big issues. It's going to come down to those head-to-heads with the Eagles.
So this
Can
is
they
not,
win the division? Sure.
This is not just based on record, because the Vikings are 5-0. I think the top team in the NFC is the Detroit Lions. They were really good last year. They look like they're rolling offensively. Their loss of Aiden Hutchinson could be a big deal. I'm not sure. I think the Lions are better than the Commanders.
Massive game next week. The Vikings host the Lions.
Yes.
It's a biggie.
The Vikings are 5-0. I'm not completely sold, although their defense is legit. So I'll say that those two teams are better. And then San Francisco, even though they're 3-3, I would put them above. After that, I think the Commanders are amongst a bunch of teams who can compete.
I think they're top 5-ish in the NFC right now.
Yeah, I mean,
as it
Tampa, Green Bay, the Eagles. I think the Commanders are in a group with those type of teams that can compete for a playoff spot for sure.
Yeah,
and yesterday kind of solidified it for me. Yes, the defense has flaws, but Jayden's special. They generally have a very good running game against really prolific offenses who have good quarterbacks and good receivers. They're going to get torched. We've seen that almost week in and week out.
You used the word that I need Drab to say. Special. That's all I need to say. You don't have to say whole.
He's not going to say it because
I don't understand. I know, but why
he-
are you so concerned with how Drab thinks?
Because
Are
I just
you
want
gonna
to
do it every week?
Why is he living rent free in your head?
Yeah.
Are you gonna seriously every week? Are you
I'm
gonna ask
just trying to kill time here, guys. Just trying to have fun.
okay.
No, I believe I'm psyched. 9 a.m. every
here's the
Monday.
question. Here's the question. Here's the
9
question.
a.m. What Drab think? This is getting sponsored by Don't Sleep.
I feel like Valdez has already glazed him.
He's been playing very well. But Drab has a very good point here about 6 games into the season. He doesn't want to call him an MVP yet.
That's fair.
And honestly, I really do feel like Commanders fans are infatuated with where Jayden Daniels ranks on the list of quarterbacks. I'm starting to get that feeling right now. Like it makes them feel good to
we got a great one.
To go be on Emmanuel Acho's top 5 list. Like that makes you feel really good.
Yeah.
All right, Drab.
What?
Will you say that? Because I personally believe this with all my heart. He's special.
He wants you to say the word.
No, not.
But just because
Sam Howell, I thought was the guy. I never thought he was special. This guy's special. Special.
Well, I hope Sam Howell wasn't special. He was a 5th-round pick compared to the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah, but how many times did he say no one's talking about what round
Draft
Sam
pedigree
Howell?
doesn't
Well,
matter.
you'd have to go back and get the audio because
Didn't he
maybe
say
he
it
did
a
say
billion
he's
times?
special.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a quarterback snob.
He might have
Always
said it.
have been.
He
He
might
said
have.
he was a 5th-round pick, but it was really like the 3rd round.
Right.
We know
He should have been number. He
He
should have been
loved
number 1
Heineke
overall.
until he didn't love Heineke.
I like
But I
guys
knew
who are picked.
Heineke was limited.
But
knew he
you
was
talked about
limited.
how he went through 5 progressions. You loved Heineke
I
for a
didn't
while.
talk about that. This college
I know,
coach
you
said
noted
that.
it.
So I like that attribute that he
Right.
said.
But
his arm was a
I know,
joke.
he was a gamer.
His decision making was a
Hey,
joke.
let's finally
that's not what you
admit
first
that,
said.
that where you're picked matters, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. Can you
I
admit
mean,
that now?
I think on the whole it does, but
Yeah.
it's not the ultimate.
Yeah.
On
Brock
the
Purdy's
whole,
pretty
it does.
good.
It's pretty important.
Huh?
Brock Purdy's pretty good.
He's
Cakes.
also an outlier.
Yes, I agree that it's
But I
outlier.
believe in outliers.
He was the last
Do
guy
you think
picked in
that
the draft.
outliers are not a thing?
I
Like
think
I
they're-
think
I think they're
outliers
what
are a
their
thing.
definition is. They're very rare.
Okay.
Outliers
but
are very
They're
rare.
very rare, but they happen every few years.
Okay, from time to time.
Yeah, that's all.
I'll
But
bet
is
on the
it-
guys picked in the top 5 against the last guy picked.
Listen,
Every time.
Listen, I'm the only guy in here that said I think all the 1st-round picks are going to hit. And I watched Bo Nix yesterday. He wasn't great, but he competes his ass off.
He was horrible.
I don't think he was horrible. Did you watch the game? He had 2 touchdowns. He
I
runs.
mean, when the game was already decided, the
he's
Chargers
got
were
no
up like
help.
20-0.
He's got no help.
I mean, that team stinks.
Is atrocious, and he keeps them competitive. Anyway, I think of all those guys, I mean, maybe Caleb is special. I think Caleb's a freelancer. I'd rather have our guy, but I just want you to say special. You're not willing to say that. You can
Caleb has proven he's pretty damn good the last few weeks.
He's been good the last few weeks. I give him that. I think he's going to be roller coaster. Too much freelancing. Whatever.
Hopefully, he's not very good in a few weeks here.
Yeah, I mean, he could beat us.
That's gonna be-
that one will bother me.
Sure.
I think
But
his
it is what
freelancing
it
is
is.
overstated. I heard, just reading articles, that his coach was saying he's playing more point guard.
Okay.
Here's Cole Kmet wide open in the middle after a couple of fakes. Boop.
All right.
Here's Keenan Allen
No, he's
over the
been good.
top, back of the end zone.
I give him credit. I'm surprised that they're 4-2.
Here's what's special: the amount of Pepsi Rookie of the Week awards he's going to collect, and that makes you happy. And you and
I
Danny
haven't
Rui
kept
happy.
track of any of that.
And you guys got
Has
your
he
guy.
won one?
You got the
I have no
All of them
idea.
except for
You
one.
bring all these things up. I don't even
All
know.
of them except week 1.
No, I don't know if it was week
I
one.
don't even
He's
pay
won
attention
it
to that.
4 out of
Means nothing
5 weeks. I think maybe Malik
Means nothing to
Neighbors.
me.
Maybe Malik Neighbors won
Yeah.
Pepsi.
What-
Now I
Rookie
just
of the
want a
Week.
Diet Pepsi.
What's
So
important
thirsty.
to me is we got a superstar. We got a superstar at the most important position. And as someone said to me, I'm going to cruise out the rest of my career with this legend in town.
I mean, again, yeah.
Better hope he doesn't get hurt.
So
Yeah.
sorry.
Better hope it's not an RG3 leg situation.
My last 10 years, if I last that long, are going to be on the
Watching a
coattails
legend.
of this legend
Right.
versus the 97 other bums that we've had. in
Begging
here.
Drab to call him special. He
Well,
still
I
won't
know
call
for a
him
fact
special.
he's never going to call him legend. That guy right there.
Probably not.
Maybe
Yeah,
in
never.
Bickle's last year. A decade from now. I'll decide.